Elizabeth Metcalf spends most of her day on the computer, mostly searching for fish antibiotics, even though she doesn't own a fish tank.
So there's dogfish and catfish in my tank, which is my body, and it's just...
She's actually searching for drugs to self-treat her Lyme disease. She knows that there are some risks to self-medicating via the internet, but after seeing countless doctors with no results, she feels it's her best option, because she is one of the 25% who receive a false negative on the test.
Often people would bring up Lyme disease, and my response is, Lyme was a negative. I didn't know that there was a problem with testing.
But what is Lyme disease and what's wrong with the testing? Lyme is caused by the Borrelia bacteria, which is carried inside of most deer ticks. When the tick bites a human, it can pass the bacteria on and infect them. The normal signs are a tick bite, a bullseye rash around the area, and flu-like symptoms. But more than half of Lyme sufferers don't remember any of these symptoms. Board-certified nurse practitioner Jennifer Manger of the Stram Center says there are problems with the test.
The testing has a very high rate of false negatives as opposed to false positives, and the testing is also strain specific. So the standard Western blot and the ELISA test, which are the standard blood tests that we have for Lyme disease, looks at one strain of Borrelia. There are hundreds of strains out there. There are probably 6 to 12 that are endemic to this area. So that alone makes it a very insensitive test.
And according to the CDC, the diagnosis for Lyme shouldn't be determined solely by blood tests, and instead by your doctor after looking at your symptoms and medical history.
We've known there is such a thing as Lyme disease for 40-some years. There's no excuse for not having better testing available.
Oh my gosh, look at you, you're like running. Isn't it awesome?
But finding a doctor who not only knows about Lyme disease, but is also comfortable with treating it, is leading a lot of people to look outside of the Syracuse area and travel as far as Albany. One of those patients traveling almost 2.5 hours is Martha Conan, and she says that she used to make a longer trek.
Prior to this, I was going to Virginia, flying to Virginia.
Martha has also invested a lot of money into her treatment.
First year, I paid $110,000 out of pocket.
The large amount is because she needs specialized care that isn't covered by her insurance. But this year has been cheaper.
Because it's closer. $55,000 out of pocket.
For patients like Martha who are able to test positive and find treatment, a support group is important. She attends one in Chittenango that's led by recovering Lyme patient Debbie Collins. Debbie says the support group focuses on being your own advocate and asking the right questions.
How can we discuss things with our doctors? What kind of questions can we ask? So now we have monthly meetings and we just get together. Sometimes we bring in physician's assistant and just give helpful, health-minded advice or explanations.
Debbie says that taking charge of your health care is the first step in treatment and rekindling hope.
Because people want hope. If we can't get it from our doctors, they're going to get it, unfortunately, whatever way that they can find outside of that.
As for Beth, without strong financial support and a positive test, she continues to seek alternative ways to a cure.
Like doxycycline for fish in the super convenient economy size of 500.
All in hopes of reversing some of the damage to her heart, liver, and nervous system caused by her Lyme disease.
If anyone's going to kill me, it's going to be me at this point. So.
The bacillin, yeah, but this has to be refrigerated. What stinks about this is it's a 20-gauge needle. The physician friend I have said, "Do you understand how much this will hurt?" I'm like, "No, that's probably good. It's ceftriaxone. This is Linger's lactate."
And 5 years from now is still a mystery.
I don't see 5 years from now. But
I like it. I'm afraid to hope.
Amber Smith, NCC News.